I'm Don Logan, CIO with Freeman LLP. We're a top 100 accounting firm with international presence. I was introduced to Paul Stieberger at Applied Consulting Group over a decade ago by a colleague of mine. He was recommended to me for utility and telecom auditing. After he reviewed my invoices on a specific account with 800 numbers, he found huge discrepancies in the invoices themselves. I would compare him to a hired assassin. He went after the telecom company and recovered a huge amount of money for us. A number of years ago, when I was at another company, we had a very old phone system and infrastructure. That network was needed to be changed out, and we had a lot of capital costs coming our way. And at that point, we spoke with Paul, and he recommended cloud services at the time, which was a fairly new thing, and we weren't really considering going that way 100%. So ultimately, we looked at it and found that Evolve IP was the actual best route to take and the only game in town as far as cloud services were concerned at that point. And after many meetings and a lot of consideration, we decided to go with Evolve, and it was the best decision that we had ever made at that point in that company, because what it did was it changed our capital costs into operating expenses and really turned around the company and changed the way that we worked internally within IT and the way our end users experienced our technology and capabilities at the time. The users took to the phone system right away. The solution's so dependable, my sleepless nights are gone. I can actually focus on other things and worry about new things. After going through the process of migrating and transitioning to the cloud, especially with Evolve, that was probably the best experience that I've had in my 20-year career dealing with technology. And as an internal-only technology provider, I think that the cloud services a number of years ago was considered the end of the IT guy, and that we would be obsolete and the vendor would take over our jobs. And in fact, it didn't. What it did was it created more opportunity for us as internal technology professionals to move on and actually work on higher level and more strategic initiatives within our companies. It's probably the best decision any CIO or IT leader can make, every time, all the time. And it's the way to go, especially in this day that we have this type of technology available to us, and we can work on internal initiatives, workflow, automation, and improving processes and procedures to make our companies more efficient. When I joined Freeman, there was a need to change the infrastructure. We decided to go all in with Evolve and change out our entire infrastructure, including our switching environment, our phones, our virtual servers, Cisco Umbrella, Microsoft 365 to get rid of our old Exchange environment. We also went all in with their remote monitoring and maintenance. Now we're in the process of implementing Evolve's Workspace as a service so that our end users can have a consistent and more efficient and easier environment to remote into. Part of our decision was based on the importance of having security and disaster recovery, and Evolve had that totally covered. The project management team at Evolve is impeccable. They're fantastic to work with. They made the whole process so easy and very fast and efficient. They take a huge workload off of me by handling all the components of migration and transition into the cloud. The migration of our internal environment to Evolve was handled end-to-end perfectly by the Evolve team. The project management is impeccable. Just like it was before, they're always consistent, always maintain a high level of professionalism, very high technical knowledge, and always seem to be on top of everything all the time. Every vertical, Evolve IP has a handle on not only your data, but they have your services and your support needs handled all under one roof. I always recommend Evolve IP to everyone in my industry and outside my industry. I think they're cloud awesome.